Hello, NBA fans. Every day we have news about the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm a Lakers fan and I ask for your help by subscribing to the channel and giving me your thumbs up. The Lakers have signed a player who is excelling in the G League and already has NBA experience. Drew Timm was playing for the South Bay Lakers, the franchise's affiliate team in the G League. During that period, he stood out as one of the top players of the season. Last Friday, the 21st, the former Nets player scored 18 points with 7 successful shots out of 10 attempts, in addition to grabbing 14 rebounds, contributing to the victory against the Santa Cruz Warriors. In the following game, which took place 2 days later, he scored 22 points, being the team's leading scorer. His good performance in the G League resulted in a contract with the Los Angeles Lakers. This contract, it's worth remembering, is a two-way contract. Thus, Timm can play both in the NBA and for the South Bay Lakers. The Los Angeles Lakers made headlines on Monday by making an unexpected, yet intriguing roster move. Clutch Point's Brett Siegel was among the several journalists/insiders to report that the Lakers had signed a 25-year-old, 6'11" forward to assist Luka Doncic and the Lakers. Los Angeles confirmed the signing on their official X/Twitter account on Tuesday afternoon. Official, the Lakers have signed forward Drew Timm to a two-way contract, the 2020 NBA champion stated. Timm, who's been a standout contributor with the South Bay Lakers in the G League this season, has earned an early season promotion. Timm has been South Bay's go-to scorer through 6 games and hasn't disappointed. The former Gonzaga star is averaging 25.5 points and 7.5 rebounds per game, shooting 51.5% from the floor in the NBA's developmental league. Regarding Timm's skill set, the Richardson, Texas native is a traditional back-to-the-basket big man who enjoys fighting for advantageous low-post positioning and feeling out defenders before making sound initial and counter moves. Timm won't be competing in the big leagues for the first time, as he appeared in 12 games with the Brooklyn Nets last season. He contributed 12.1 points, 7.2 rebounds, and 2.2 assists per game, shooting 44.1% from the field. Although Timm is only eligible to compete in 40 contests with the Lakers this season, according to Bobby Marks, the two-time WCC Player of the Year should be excited about the opportunity in front of him. JJ Redick has revealed what makes him most excited about LA Lakers signing Drew Timm. The Los Angeles Lakers have established successful history developing players from their G League affiliate, South Bay. Alex Caruso represents the best example, grinding his way up from South Bay before becoming one of the league's premier perimeter defenders. Talen Horton-Tucker may be out of the NBA now, but he played an important role in the LA Lakers' most recent championship after emerging from South Bay. This season, the Lakers hope to repeat that success story after signing Drew Timm to a two-way deal. JJ Redick praises Drew Timm following the promotion to LA Lakers. Before joining the Lakers, Timm dominated with South Bay, averaging 25.5 points, 7.7 rebounds, and 4.0 assists while earning NBA G League Player of the Week honors. Lakers head coach JJ Redick immediately assessed the 25-year-old power forward, highlighting Timm's underrated skills beyond scoring. He is tremendously skilled offensively. The thing that's kind of underrated with him is his defensive rebounding is really good, particularly for his size. He's produced at every level and looking forward to coaching him, Redick stated. Statistics support Redick's assessment, as Timm averages 6.5 defensive rebounds per game this season with South Bay. Redick hopes he can replicate that production with the Lakers' NBA roster. Prior experience with Brooklyn Nets provides foundation for Drew Timm's LA Lakers opportunity. Timm made his Lakers debut with 1 minute in their recent victory over the LA Clippers, contributing 2 points and 1 steal. The former Gonzaga standout brings previous NBA experience from 9 games with the Brooklyn Nets last season. During that brief stint, Timm averaged 12.1 points, 7.2 rebounds, and 2.2 assists per game, showing respectable production for a backup player. With the Lakers lacking frontcourt size due to DeAndre Ayton's injury, Timm provides a potential solution. Los Angeles needs depth to remain competitive in the Western Conference, making his two-way signing strategically important for the roster's immediate needs. Lakers' newest addition Drew Timme opens up on G League practices with LeBron James. The Los Angeles Lakers signed center Drew Timme to a two-way deal on Tuesday, ESPN's Shams Charania reported. The Los Angeles Lakers are signing center Drew Timme to a two-way NBA deal from their South Bay team, agents Dedrick Faison and Rich Gray tell ESPN, Charania wrote in a post on X. Timme had spent most of the season with the Lakers' G League affiliate, the South Bay Lakers, where he crossed paths with LeBron James during his rehab stint. Drew Timme gushes over practicing with LeBron James. In Timme's first media availability since joining the Lakers, he was asked what it was like practicing with James during their time in South Bay. "It was pretty crazy, man. That's the GOAT. To be able to share the court with him was special, especially being a G League team. That's so outside the normal of everything," Timme said via ESPN's Dave McMenamin. "I think it just shows how connected the two programs are, and it's super cool. He came down, and it was our job to help him get back to game speed, so we were just glad to help." The Lakers will hope the rapport Timme built with James during their G League practices will translate to the NBA court. Los Angeles has been in dire need of some support at the center position, and Timme may be an upgrade over incumbent reserve center Jackson Hayes. In 9 games with the Brooklyn Nets last season, Timme averaged 12.1 points, 7.2 rebounds, and 2.2 assists per game. Lakers' dominant win over Clippers reveals blueprint for NBA championship dreams. The Los Angeles Lakers are starting to look like a team capable of doing serious damage in the Western Conference, and Tuesday night's 135-118 rout of the LA Clippers offered a glimpse of their championship potential. Luka Doncic led the charge with one of his most electrifying performances as a Laker, finishing with 43 points, 13 assists, and 9 rebounds, while Austin Reeves emerged as a key number 2 scoring option. Even at age 40, LeBron James continues to play at a high level, contributing 25 points as more of the number 3 in the team's pecking order, proving the Lakers trio can dominate offensively when firing on all cylinders. Doncic set the tone early, scoring 32 points in the first half alone, showcasing a mix of deep three-pointers, physical drives to the rim, and pinpoint passing that left the Clippers' defense scrambling. While he narrowly missed his 10th career 40-point triple-double, his performance solidified his place in Lakers history and highlighted the team's evolving offensive blueprint: let the stars create, shoot efficiently, and spread the floor. Reeves' emergence as a reliable secondary scoring threat provides critical balance. His ability to pair with Doncic's elite playmaking stretches defenses, while LeBron continues to exert influence with his versatility, veteran leadership, and late-game scoring. Together, the trio demonstrates a sustainable model for sustained offensive dominance. Still, challenges remain. The Lakers' defense will need to tighten up, particularly as they approach tougher Western Conference matchups. Center DeAndre Ayton's return will also be crucial. The team needs more rim protection, interior scoring, and rebounding from him to complement the top three's offensive firepower. Despite these caveats, Tuesday night's win served as a statement. The Lakers shot efficiently, moved the ball at a high pace, and showed what is possible when Luka, Reeves, and LeBron are all clicking. With this blueprint, elite offensive execution anchored by their stars, coupled with incremental defensive improvements and Ayton's eventual return, the Lakers are starting to look like a team capable of turning NBA championship aspirations into reality. The message is clear: if Los Angeles can continue riding its top three while shoring up the supporting pieces, the Lakers' title window may already be wide open. JJ Redick and Lakers motivated to win Emirates NBA Cup. Last season, the Los Angeles Lakers were unable to escape the group stage of the Emirates NBA Cup. This season, however, JJ Redick has led this team to a 3-0 start, and with their victory over the LA Clippers on Tuesday night, the Lakers clinched Group B and a spot in the knockout round. When the NBA first announced the creation of the NBA Cup, many were curious as to how the league could make this in-season tournament meaningful for those participating in it. Some already feel the regular season is too long and getting players and coaches to really care about this could be difficult. But when it comes to Redick, the extra motivation for winning this NBA Cup is one that would be the case for anyone in any walk of life: money. I really enjoyed it as a broadcaster, covering it, talking about it, Reddick said of the Emirates NBA Cup. Didn't get an opportunity to compete for the cup last year, so we're excited. I mean, $53,000 is a lot of money. It just is. So I'm sure there's some extra motivation. Coaches get to split a share. I think the head coach might get a full share, I don't know. So it's motivation, for sure. No matter what someone does for a living, the opportunity to win money is always a motivating factor, and that goes for NBA players and coaches. Simply put, you can never have too much money, and the chance to get more is a surefire way to ensure people give their best effort. The money split may not seem like a huge amount for those superstars who make hundreds of millions of dollars, but not everyone is at that level. For two-way contract players and end-of-the-bench guys making the minimum, not to mention assistant coaches who don't have big money contracts, this bonus is massive, and securing that money for them can also become a huge motivation for the rest of the team. Lakers star Luka Doncic hopes NBA addresses slippery NBA Cup courts. One thing the NBA has done in trying to differentiate the NBA Cup games from standard regular season games is by changing the aesthetic of the courts. Each team has a specially designed court that really stands out, but apparently these courts have created some issues with players slipping far more than normal. This is something that Lakers superstar Luka Doncic has taken notice of, and he hopes the league will address it soon. LeBron James, defense will decide how great Lakers can be. The Los Angeles Lakers clinched their spot in the knockout round of the Emirates NBA Cup with their 135-118 victory over the LA Clippers on Tuesday night. The star trio of Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, and LeBron James carried the Lakers offensively with a combined 99 points, but it was the defense, particularly in the second half, that ensured the win. After giving up 66 points on 57.1% shooting in the first half, the Lakers held the Clippers to just 46.2% from the field in the second half and just 25 points on 40% shooting in the fourth quarter, in which they outscored their crosstown rivals by 12. And James feels it is that side of the court that will decide just how great the Lakers can be this season. "Nah, you just said it, defensively," LeBron said. "In order for us to be as great as we want to be, we've got to defend. We've got to get multiple stops in a row. We know what we can do offensively, but defensively is going to be our staple, and we showcased that in the fourth." The Lakers had their issues in the first half, especially as Clippers role players Chris Dunn, John Collins, and Nicholas Batum didn't miss a single three-pointer. But LeBron believes it was important that the Lakers stuck to their game plan. "Just continued on our keys," James added. "We understand that if a guy's gonna make shots, it's the NBA, we can't get deterred on what our game plan is. We had a game plan going into the game, and we stuck to it for 48 minutes, and paid dividends for us." The Lakers have now won 5 straight games and are tied for the second-best record in the West at 13-4. Many are wondering if this team can make a legit run to the NBA Finals and compete with the likes of the Oklahoma City Thunder, and while that is the ultimate goal, LeBron feels it's too early to think about that. "I know it's too early," James said. "Obviously, we gotta continue to work our habits, continue to build our habits. But getting to the finals is talent. You have to have it, but you have to have some of the intangibles as well. You have a lot of grit, a lot of perseverance, and it's hard every time you go out there, understanding the job at hand. So that is our aspiration, that's our long-term goal. But right now, we gotta continue to build our days, and continue to not. We don't want to take any steps backwards, even if it's in a loss. We don't want to take no steps backwards in the process of what we want to accomplish. So, we're gonna get started right now." The Lakers certainly have their flaws, but they are proving that they are one of the best teams in the league, and with James, Doncic, and Reeves leading the way, they have a chance against anybody on any given night. Luka Doncic winning MVP is completely out of his control. Nikola Jokic is the monstrous hurdle that just won't go away. The closest Luka Doncic has ever come to an NBA MVP was 2023-24. The former Dallas Mavericks superstar was halted in his tracks by Nikola Jokic. 2025-26 is threatening to have history repeat itself for the man who is now the cornerstone of a strong Los Angeles Lakers unit. This is not about what Doncic can do. Everyone knows who Luka is. The statistics will always be elite. The team results have been what they have needed to be for the Lakers superstar. The problem is not him, or anything that is going into his MVP case. The problem is Jokic continues to raise the bar for what is needed to challenge for basketball's top individual award. 2025-26 is somehow shaping up to be the most ridiculous season yet for the Denver Nuggets superstar. Nikola Jokic is leaving everyone else fighting for MVP runner-up. Doncic is due, right? Surely, a generational superstar cannot be denied for so long. In this case, it is another era-defining talent leaving very little wiggle room for his competition. The narrative is on Doncic's side. The voter fatigue may help him out as well. It is just so difficult to look at what Jokic is doing in Denver and talk oneself into anyone else keeping pace with that type of production. Last season's triple-double average was a historic feat that was never done before at the center position. This season, it is the standard for the man who is rapidly ascending the all-time ranks. Jokic has averaged 29.6 points, 12.8 rebounds, 11.1 assists, and 1.6 steals per game. His shooting splits of 63-44-85 are downright ridiculous. That equates to a true shooting percentage of 72.9, leading the NBA. As is tradition with Jokic, the advanced numbers absolutely love him. The Nuggets center is also first in player efficiency rating, 36.7, win shares, 5.1, win shares per 48.412, box plus minus, 18.2, and value over replacement player, 3.0. The gaps in many of those categories are not particularly close either. So, how is beating Jokic in the MVP race possible? Joel Embiid did it in 2022-23. That one was largely blamed on voter fatigue. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander did it last year. That familiar element above can be blamed here, to some capacity, as well. However, a dominant campaign from the Oklahoma City Thunder, in terms of team success, played a big part too. When the voters went away from Jokic for Embiid's crowning, they turned right back to him in the following season. If his current level of dominance is sustainable for the entire campaign, it would be hard to imagine that not being the case in 2025-26.